Hey everybody, it's Karen Anderson here at Aortic Hope for our week in review. Even though December's a very, very different month, it's not really informational in the way that you're thinking. But before we get into any of that, I'd like you guys to please click like and click subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time we go live. We don't just go live for our weekend reviews, which are traditionally about all of the things that we post on social media, giving you an opportunity to comment and leave your thoughts and your opinions or your questions or whatever. But we go live because we are interviewing different types of clinicians, practitioners, attorneys. I mean, we run the spectrum here, but you're not going to know if you don't remember what's on our calendar. So click the button and you'll be notified. In addition, we have some very brave survivors out there that like to go live and tell you their story. And then you have an opportunity to ask them questions as well. So, you never know. 2024 might just go live because I got a lot of things on my mind. We'll see what happens. Who knows? But click those buttons for me, please. And then we're going to talk about what's going on in the month of December. It is officially our 31 days of hope and joy. And I know Tammy took you through the first couple days last week when she reviewed these with you. So we're going to talk about them and we're going to banter a little bit about our answers, and maybe somebody will join us today. I know lots of people are out braving the cold weather and the snow squalls that the upper Northeast had to do all their last minute or middle of the month holiday shopping. I'm so confused on what day it is. I'm so discombobulated. But yeah. But before we get started, to those of you celebrating Hanukkah, look how well that captured on the camera there, Josh. I did a great job. First one out. It's my Hanukkah bear.
Nailed it first try.
I nailed it. Happy Hanukkah to everyone. I do believe tonight is night 5, if I have my candles laid out correctly. So all of you enjoy happy, healthy Hanukkah. All right, so let's get started with the remaining month of 31 days of hope and joy. And we do this kind of, 1, because we like to give things away in the last month of the year. 2, we like to take a little bit of a break on informational posts. It's a 11 months overload. And 3, because we want you to think about things that make you feel hopeful and full of joy, especially during the holiday season. It can be a little tough for some people who are new to being diagnosed or new in the recovery or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of things going on for a lot of people this time of year. So this gives you a chance to really put some things in perspective. So let's start with day 4, one of my favorite ones. Should be everybody's favorite one. Cookie Day. It was actually National Cookie Day on last Monday, December 4th. So what was your favorite cookie? What kind of cookie brings you hope and joy?
Chocolate chip cookie is the only real cookie. I'm going to get that out there right now. Everything else is an imitation. But I do have to say this. I have a buddy. She's a drinking buddy of mine, and she's one of those gluten intolerant people.
Mm-hmm.
So when she comes out, she has to drink cider. She can't drink beer or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. In any event, we were making fun of the fact that she can't eat cookies. And she goes, "You don't even know how good gluten-free Oreo cookies are." So
That's
those
what
of
I
you
hear.
out there that have a gluten intolerance, she recommends these gluten-free Oreo cookies, and I tried them, and they're not bad at all. They're not
Okay.
a chocolate chip cookie. Period.
Can you not have chocolate with gluten? Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Couldn't you
know.
just make it?
They're just Oreos. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, the winner was Marion Lapchak because we do this as a contest on Facebook. And her answer was chocolate chip with walnuts. That's her favorite. And to
Walnuts.
me personally, I'm not a massively sweet, like, not that I'm not a sweet person. I'm not a sweets person. But if I do splurge, I prefer snickerdoodles and I like black bottoms. I don't love Christmas cookies, holiday cookies. There's too many
Like
cookies.
the sugar cookie
Everything's
stuff.
I will do a peanut butter. I do think,
Mm.
and I hate peanut butter, but there's something about a good, almost slightly burned edge peanut butter cookie
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
there you go.
enjoy. You know what I mean?
You ever visit the Potbelly Sub Shop joint?
Yes, I have been there before.
They do
Hmm.
like a oatmeal chocolate chip cookie that is outstanding, and it's
And
huge.
that's probably
It's
my
12 of them there.
least oatmeal raisin. It's not my
Same thing,
favorite
raisin.
oatmeal.
Oatmeal
Uh,
chocolate chip.
But I wonder if oatmeal chocolate chip is considered healthier because it's
Nah,
oatmeal.
it's all sugar.
Okay, then it's not healthier. All right, I was trying to
That's all.
rationalize that
That's
in my
all.
mind. All right, we're moving on. Let's move on to our day 5. which ended up somehow a little elf got into the computer system and created that for day 7 too. So we're gonna have fun with this one twice. So day 5, what song brings you joy? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a seasonal holiday song, but song. What song brings you joy?
Karen, I just had the opportunity to see Steel Panthers at the Hollywood Casino this weekend, and I can't even tell you the titles of the songs that they have. That's how good they are.
I know. My son tried to play them for me when he was a little bit younger, and then I got embarrassed because they have some of them lyrics can be a little questionable. No,
Oh,
he
it's
loves them though.
all
Loves
about
them.
the lyrics. The whole
Oh
show
yeah.
was a banger. Like even
Yeah.
even like during their set, right? Like the people that would like mess around with lighting and
Yeah.
like stagehands, all this jazz, are part of the act. It was so much fun, so much fun, and
Mm-hmm.
also, we're talking like 60, 50-year-old people,
I know.
my
For
age,
Steel Panther. So
20-year-old
weird.
people, and we were just going hard. It was so much fun. It took me days to recover.
They're great. They're a great
They're
band. I mean,
amazing.
really good. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't really have a favorite song. I have ones that I hate.
What?
I
What
do
are we doing that for?
because you know what? I bet they just don't like them because I did retail for so long. So
Oh,
listening to the Muzak back then, it was just a loop of some kind of bizarre 8-track type thing. You just listened to all those same Wham, Last Christmas. Oh, I gave you my heart, but
oh,
the
I
very
thought you were
next
gonna
day you
say the
gave it away.
Mariah Carey one because I
Oh
can't
no,
stand that
can't
one
stand
anymore.
it. I
Yeah.
can't stand
Ooh.
that or any Celine Dion. But if we're going to talk about music, let's flip this genre. Probably didn't, but if you did, last night was 50 years of hip hop on CBS.
Oh.
Okay. Let me just say that I probably knew half to 3/4 of the songs and found myself from a laying down position to an all of a sudden sitting up position with Flavor Flav. I was having a great time. It was amazing to see Queen Latifah and um, what's his name? Kane. Oh, Big Daddy Kane and Cypress Hill. And
Oh, nice.
and it's like their voices. I'm like, okay, I know this. And then you look, everybody looks so much older, but some of them look, I mean, stellar. Then they brought out some of the new ones, and that's not what it was 50 years. Well, of course, 50 years ago, I was only 4, but even still, like by the time I was like 15, 16, and everything was just at a different level of popular before it became all Public Enemy, NAA, and things became a little bit, the messaging became more aggressive. Like it was just, you know, such good stuff. It was so good. And then they ended it with DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith. And I was so excited and I didn't love it. I'm very
Hmm.
sad to say. I really was looking forward to, you know, yes, he did the theme from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or whatever, and he did a couple of his songs, but it was not what it was with my younger ears, and it was the tone. I don't know that he prepared enough. I was very disappointed. It's kind of how it was a lot of hey 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 and
Yeah.
not a lot of singing, and I was really sad because I waited all night for that. And
Yeah,
but
when
in
he
all,
slapped Chris Rock, I lost a lot of love for Will Smith.
yeah,
It's hard for me to
I
even
know.
watch what he's got to do.
It's
I mean, he
hard.
killed Independence Day in that one slap for me, and I used to watch
Yeah.
that on
Hey,
Independence Day.
look, we all loved Heathcliff Huxtable, and that got wrecked and
Yeah,
destroyed. And yet, when I can find it on TV, I'm like, oh my God, like I love that show, but hate that man. I mean, just it's
turns my
so
stomach.
these things are hard.
Turns my
But
stomach.
50 anniversary of hip hop. Cool. Anyway, the winner of this song contest was, if I can read my handwriting, because I scribbled this down fast, Debbie Smith Mahan, and she likes Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which it
Beautiful
is that
song.
time of year, right?
Yeah.
It's
Is
that
that
time,
from
you
is that
know.
from Wizard of Oz, or is
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
from
yeah.
there? Oh,
I
it is.
mean,
Okay.
this is like that time of year when you've got Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka. These are some of the
Do you
coolest
see these
movies come out.
shows? Do you ever go to that one that's about the? It's called Wicked. You ever see that?
Wicked, oh for sure.
Oh, that's my
Prequel
favorite.
to
Is that what it is?
Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Yeah, Wicked. Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to see Wonka. So that would be the prequel to Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory.
Nice.
Interested to see how he became who he became. So yeah, that was her song. All right, we're moving on. Boop boop doop. Where'd that come from? I'm not sure. All right, day 6. What did we have? What season brings you joy? What
Football
season?
season. Football
Yeah.
season. Right? And here's the
So the
thing, right?
fall.
The problem with football season is I'm also a massive fan of hockey. But the crossover between hockey and football, I only have
Mm-hmm.
time for one of these things.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So you got to make a choice. It's hard.
I mean, and right now the Ravens are just they're 10-3. They're smoking
I know.
space. It looks really
It's exciting.
good. I don't want to
They
say
have the game.
anything too loud, huh?
The game on Sunday.
That
That's an
that
exciting
that
game.
was exactly the way you want to see it. Like,
That's right.
okay, so I do this thing where I send my brother just like F the other team, right? That's what I send him on
Uh-huh.
Sunday, right? So it was like F the Rams. And then he's like, "We did it!" And then he sent me a bunch of like gifts
Yeah.
because we stole that game from the clutches last night. Mm.
All right. So you're a fall
I'm
person.
a fall person. I was born in fall, so it helps.
Okay. So I visually think the fall is it blows magnificent, magnificent. Winter depressed me. I hate okay, so again, menopausal woman,
Cheese?
very, very hot. Hate being outside in the cold. I like it cold in my bedroom, but I hate it cold outside. Hate it. Spring, nice because I know summer's coming. So I love being outside summertime, and but visually, I'm a fall person. Definitely. The air, it's like, when you get that 65, 62, sun's out, no wind, feels great. Get to put on my sweats and my comfy clothes and my sweaters. That's what I like. So did Elkie Carr because she was the winner. And she likes the fall too. She's right there with you. Crisp air, walk in woods, beautiful foliage. It's fall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Velda says, "Hi guys, I'm late
Hey,
checking in.
Velda.
We're having a windstorm here, but no snow,
Yes.
only rain. How is she
Yeah.
not getting snow right now?
Yeah, because I don't know, but it should be moving out. It should be
Doesn't
moving
she
out
like
soon.
live with the elves that help Santa?
She does, as a matter of
That's
fact.
what I
She lives
thought.
down the street from the North Pole. She's so far up there. Yeah. All right. That was our season. We're going on. We're going on. We're going on to a song again, okay? Because, like I said, those little elves, they got in here somehow and put up the wrong thing. So, what song brings you joy? Let's give us one more chance because our winner was Pamela Seal. I'm probably pronouncing that last name wrong, and I apologize. She liked Blessed by Kelly Clarkson. So, song. I don't know. I can't stop thinking about last night's music. It was really good. Got me kind of dancing in the bed. It's rocking out. I do, if it's this time of year, who doesn't love a little Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler? It's great. It's
Oh
always good.
yeah.
Good stuff right there. Um, yeah, that would have to be my favorite if I had to pick a holiday song.
To
If
pick a
Velda's
holiday
watching, I'm
song.
curious to know her favorite holiday song, though she answered it, I'm sure. But
Who was the? I guess it was The Simpsons. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid
Robin
an
laid
egg.
an egg.
Right? Is that The Simpsons, or am I remembering that wrong?
I think it probably started before The Simpsons because I think I remember that as a child.
Yeah, we were walking through the casino and like we were hearing different snippets of that song from different
Yeah.
people just kind of mumbling. It was ridiculous. I had a ridiculous weekend. I'm still recovering. It's so good.
Okay. Good weekends are really good. They're important. They're important and fun to have. All right, I think we're done with song. Let's get done with song. Let's move on. Memory. This is what number 8 is. Okay. Which memory brings you the most hope or joy?
Oh my God, you're just gonna drop that on me right here, just like this?
I don't know.
It's
Well, I
ridiculous.
posted one. I did post one, and it had to do with like the holiday times and gifts. And here's
Mhm.
one of my favorite memories. So, okay. So we kind of double dipped in my house. We definitely did Hanukkah, but at Christmas we had a little teeny tiny 6-inch tall Santa, and so we would put him out by our fireplace and with a couple peppermint sticks, candy canes, and then there may be a tiny gift on Christmas, especially if the two fell at the same time. But we really didn't do Christmas like we did Hanukkah, and Hanukkah's tough because it's 8 nights, and you don't get more than like one gift. So you're looking at this massive pile of gifts of all sizes. They're big, they're tiny, and you're trying to figure out which one has the underwear or the pajamas because I don't want to have to pick that, and that's what I tell my friends I got tomorrow. It's the worst. Um, but one year I got Baby Alive. So I'm not sure how familiar you are with Baby Alive. It's baby doll that you mix a little powder and water, and when the batteries were in, you would feed it and its mouth would move and you would num num num. You would listen to the sound and it would ingest it and you would give it a bottle and then eventually you got to change the diaper. Okay, because
Are
it
you
was
kidding me
so
right
cool.
now?
Such a cool toy. I finally got Baby Alive, except my Baby Alive had a tooth and it had a piece of plastic chunk hanging down from its top lip. So, that's a massive hazard. If I put my finger in there, it's going to poke my finger. I mean, it really chumped. So we had to send it to the hospital to have a new one, to have it fixed. But I was very excited when I got Baby Alive. That was like one of my favorite gifts ever. That and Easy Bake Oven, for sure. I would still play with Easy Bake Oven. Yeah, yeah. I bought that for my son when he was little so I can make cookies. Easy bake oven. Yeah. So what would be a favorite memory for you?
Favorite memory for me. I'm gonna go with one that might be adjacent to what's going on now.
Okay.
Recently as just the other day,
Yeah.
Microsoft finally, well, not Microsoft, but the people who made Baldur's Gate 3 finally released Baldur's Gate 3 for Xbox. And I've
Okay.
been playing the Baldur's Gate game for so long that I remember the first time I got the original Baldur's Gate, the girlfriend that I had at the time somehow managed to convince the clerk to give her the box before the release date. So I come home from work and she goes, "We found this." And I mean, I ran around the house like a dog that hasn't seen their owner for a year. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Oh my god, we're going to be playing this. Oh my." It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I would end up not talking to my girlfriend for like 4 days as I played that game. So that did not go well for
Yeah.
her.
But went well for you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm right back into it. Baldur's Gate 3 is an amazing game. Everybody should play it.
Okay. My last game I played, as you know, was Guitar Hero. So it's been some time since I've been on
Man,
any systems.
I really wish that they would re-release all of that. Okay, so
Yeah.
a few years back, I don't remember how far back, a buddy of mine was living in Middle West someplace, and we all went out there to visit him. He was like really homesick. His job had sent him out there. He brought his family and everything, and so his wife picked him up. I guess it was called Rock Band at the time, and you had like the drum
Mm-hmm.
kit,
Yeah.
the thing, and she picked
Right.
up the Beatles package, so we all had like all of that, and we're all rocking out to the Beatles stuff or what have you, and that was awesome. And they
Yeah.
really need to re-release that whole set. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when I was
Yep.
in North Carolina, let's just call it maybe 15 years ago, I was really good at Guitar Hero, like the ultimate playing Guitar Hero, like whatever the highest was, that's what I was going
Like
for.
expert.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So at one point, some underground bar is just like Rock Band tonight, or Rock Hero, whatever it was, right? Guitar
Mm-hmm.
Hero. And so I go down there, and I forget sometimes, like I play video games very hard, like, and I
Mm-hmm.
forget that other people don't.
Right.
So I'm watching these people play on the slow stuff, and I was like, oh, like
Dying.
where do I put my quarter on the
Yeah.
machine so I can be next, right? And so I play, I select expert level. You hear the murmurs, I start rocking out, and then I hear them go, pick another song. So I play like 4 or 5 songs in a row, and people like clap, and that's the closest I've ever been to performing a musical instrument on stage after being in the symphonic band in school.
That's hysterical. That it does make you feel though that you're really playing. You really feel like I can just grab a guitar and I'll be able to play. I play clarinet, so there is no guitar playing for me, but oh yeah. I
Those
love but I was good, but not once you had to start really adding that pinky in, that's I
Oh,
couldn't do
see, that's it
expert.
right there, right? Like, I
Yeah.
learned how to play the classical guitar in college, and one of the things
Mm,
that you
so
learn how to do is you don't lean on that bottom finger. You actually
yeah.
put that bottom finger as your base, that because your index
Okay.
and your middle finger, those are the fingers that you're going to like. Those are more dexterous, right? And
Maneuver.
so
Yeah.
when you play on Guitar Hero or Rock Band, you put your pinky at the bottom and you move your index finger up and down.
Ah, so you're always
Ah,
still just playing with the three. Oh, you don't even play with
yeah.
your ring finger, or you did? Because I
No,
played with my
you do.
ring
You do.
finger.
There's still five. There's still five buttons,
Okay.
right? It's just that your pinky's not going to be as
Yeah.
dexterous as your index finger, right?
Right.
And
That's very
so
true.
now those people that made that game would turn
Hmm.
around and make Rocksmith, which is a you plug in an electric guitar to your Xbox
Okay.
and you learn how to play the electric guitar, and it is a phenomenal experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I did play video games recently. There is a place not far from like the King of Prussia area that is tiny, like sits next to a pizza joint or a taco joint or something. And it is all old school arcades. Like the whole upper level, nothing but pinballs. And these pinball machines go way back, 50s. I mean, and you pay one fee to be in there for an hour or two. I can't remember what was like $10, and you have free play. So no coins, no anything, except their brand spanking new machine that like just came out. Everything else is included in your $10. You can play as long as you want. And then on the lower level is all, your video games. So I had Tempest, which is like one of my top two. My second one is the Star Wars. We're going in, Luke. Or use the Force, Luke. Oh my God, I love Star Wars and I love Tempest. And I had so much fun. I got so much fun. That was a good time. I haven't played a lot of those games, and I was never a big pinball person. And I now know what I'm missing out. I see the appeal. When you can get all these other levels and things to move, it's like fun. It's like totally fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm like banging my body in it. I want it to tilt. I was having a really good time.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
place. Good stuff. All right.
Ball. Hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to day 9. Okay. So, oh, and the favorite memory was from Sharon Carnivale, and it was the birth of her sons. That was her favorite memory.
That's
Okay.
cheating.
It's a ransom. What are you going to do? All right. So, number 9, favorite outdoor activity. Mine in the wintertime is zero. Zero. I tried skiing. I don't know why anybody would ski. First, it's extremely painful on the knees. This is way before, dissections and all this stuff. I had a really great outfit. I just wanted to shop. So I had really cool the whole outfit. My skis were so pretty, and I practiced with my uncle who, was part of the rescue or race team, whatever. He was an expert skier. And I knew I had it. French fry, pizza pie, pizza pie to break, French fry to go straight. Pizza pie, French fry, whatever. I had it down. I'm like, I got the bunny hill. We are good. I take the ski lift all the way to the top. It's not very pretty coming off. I can own it. It was quite ugly. But I knew that there was an easy route all the way down. I knew to follow green. It was easy and just stay on that trail. Well, it intersected with an intermediate and it was icy. So I took my skis off and was walking by the trees, just carrying my skis because I'm not going to go down this, this looked like Mount Everest to me, this little this little decline. I was like, I am not going down. So I walked down it. Next thing you know, I hear this man screaming from up above. He is lost it like agony of defeat on the Olympics. He is head over foot, just going. And I hear woof, 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 and it's his ski. So I duck, cover my head, and it nails me. The edge nails me in my arm, which literally knocked me over. Ski patrol has to come and take me down a toboggan. By the time I get down, I'm bruised from elbow to shoulder, of course, because it's me. And I never wore that ski outfit again. I still have the jacket. We're talking like 30 years later. It was really cute too, but I don't, that and ice skating, I just don't see the appeal. No. So outdoor activity to me is my favorite outdoor activity would only be sitting around a fire pit. That's about it. That's all I like to do.
Yeah,
that's kind of it.
Right?
Yeah,
sounds fair.
that's kind of it. Yeah, I haven't been to that
That's
with
my
a big,
favorite
huge
outdoor
turkey
activity.
leg.
Yeah.
I can see you.
We're talking double fisting drinks, walking around, girls wearing, what are those things called? With
the wench outfits.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever those things are.
Yeah, totally get it.
Easily
Totally
my
get it.
favorite outdoor activity.
Yep. Well, if Velda's still with us, she won. She said her favorite is walking on the beach. Her Bella, her puppy.
I never think about that, but yeah, like when I lived in North
Yeah.
Carolina, we would just back the truck up to the beach. That was amazing.
Yeah. Being outside. Well, now, okay, you just brought up a good caveat. If I'm in the southern regions, even if it's at 60 some degrees, I just want to be outside doing anything. Being on the beach, sunsets, walking, then I'm out. But I am not a pickleball, tennis, skiing, ice skating. No. But you know what I used to like to do? I used to like to roller. So I was very good at roller skating, like super good.
Wait.
At least
So you like roller skating, but you don't like ice skating?
Right, because roller skating is indoors unless you do it outside on the court of your neighborhood.
The first time I ice skate, we lived in Germany when I was a kid, would be there in Germany, giant indoor.
Oh,
thing.
but it's cold. It's cold.
Not really.
Ice skating. Well, I suppose you warm up. But I took my boombox and went up to the
you were
court
one of those.
with my little ribbon, with my bead, my little barrette, and swore I was Olivia Newton-John and Xanadu reincarnated. And I would skate for hours up there creating routines because I love to dance. And yeah, that's what I did. Loved it. I have to sneeze, so pardon me, everybody.
One more time. One more time.
No, it was only a twofer. Sorry. Yeah. But
She says, I'm still here. Roller skating is dangerous.
it wasn't when you were younger and you're closer to the ground. If you're tall and older, it hurts to fall. I would not do that now unless I was holding on to one of those things that look like walkers. Maybe I would then try. Actually, I see videos on TikTok all the time of people in our age that are jamming in an indoor ice, roller skating rink. Oh, I miss those days. Those were the best days. Wearing some satin and terry cloth. Oh, in the 70s or 80s. It was great. All right. Yeah. So Melda won for day 9. Yeah. So outdoor. Did you have a favorite outdoor activity, by the way? Other than the beach? Yeah.
Renaissance.
Oh, that's right. Renaissance.
Yeah.
Leg, wenches,
Let me
beer.
walk around and drink outside watching all of that.
Right. I get it. I totally get it. Totally get it. All right. Moving on. So this is where we're into day 10. Favorite gift. Holiday gift that brought you hope or joy. I think, yeah, I probably should have put my memory in my gift. We could have done either. It doesn't matter. I also love the dating game. That was my favorite board game. So that was one of my favorite gifts because everybody wanted to date Skip. Okay, never mind. Moving on. So yeah, favorite gift. Our winner of that week was Christina Kohler with, she just loves, for her, a gift is time with her family. So being able to have everybody together for a meal, that is her gift. So she was the pick. Nope, it's a good one. It's an important one.
It's funny. I'm not a collector or a consumer of things, so for me,
oh, really?
And I know this sounds really silly, but the act of getting people gifts for me is a much more rewarding experience than watching them try to think, what do you get somebody like me who doesn't really care about things, right? And so
you get him a PlayStation mug and a gift card.
Yeah, it's an adorable mug. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, just know we hunted high and low for a big mug that said Boss because you said you liked it from the person who won it in bingo. Could not find it.
You were gonna get me that
anywhere.
Specific mug.
Couldn't find it anywhere. Well, the person won it. So then we saw this and I was like, huh?
You didn't have more?
No, we only had one. Somebody donated it to us to use as prizes.
All right. Well, so one of my favorite things to do, I didn't have the best relationship with my mom, so I would like to get her things that would be very inconvenient. And for 6 straight years, I was just buying her bigger and heavier statues.
Oh my gosh.
Rocks, stone heavy statues. And so, one year, my dad, he thought it was hilarious. And he looks at me and he was like, what are you getting me? I was like, you know what? I'm going to get you a totem pole. And he was like, what? I was like, yep, I'm going to get you a totem pole. And he just didn't believe it, So on this specific year, my mom had, I think it was a 4-foot statue rock. And I got my dad a giant 5-foot totem pole.
At least you provided them with gifts that they could then regift if they wanted.
Oh, it was just the complete inconvenience factor. That's all.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's a good one. That is good. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Totem pole. I like it. I might use it one day. Mm-hmm. I may. But all in all, we had our first overall from all the people who won. We did a drawing, and the person who won their water bottle for the week was Debbie Smith Mahan. M-A-H-O-N. Debbie Smith, M-A-H-O-N. Man, right?
I believe you're right.
Man. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. It's M-A-H-O-N. Debbie Smith, M-A-H-O-N. She was our week 1 winner. So we've got many more questions coming up through the rest of the month of December. And I think this is fun. I think it's just really, people seem to enjoy it. It definitely, it makes things very different, and it gives you moment to pause and to think, which is always good, right? Right. And it gives
Absolutely.
us time on the back end to start working on all the stuff we've got going on coming up in January. I can't believe it's going to be here so soon. All right. So those were our
Hold on, before
31.
you click
Yeah,
off of that. So
sure.
this year for my best friend, right? He's a
Yeah.
little bit like me. He doesn't care about things specifically. But
Right.
I'm like shopping around on Amazon, and I was just like, I just want like I like to get him something useful, and also like his mom's always asking me for like help, and so I'll do some shopping and I'll send her some ideas.
Yeah.
And I saw a three-in-one charging station for his phone, which
Mm-hmm.
also puts the phone up so that he can look at it, so it's not flat on the
Okay.
ground. And his watch goes up on the back, and then the ear pods
Nice.
in the back, so it's like this one little thing. And
Yeah.
so I was like, hey man, your Christmas, and it's not like I'm gonna surprise him. I'm gonna be like, hey, your Christmas present's on the way. Let me know what you get. Yada yada yada. So he finally set it up, and he was like, dude, this thing is awesome. And I go, I was so close to sending your mom this link. I'm getting the credit for that one. Useful
That was
gift.
good.
Useful gift.
Well, I got something in the mail. And look at this. Aw.
Hey, where's
Can't
that
see.
from?
That's Terry and I
Yeah,
from
but
the
what?
John Ritter Foundation Gala this year. It was a
Nice.
fant, and she sent it to me already framed. Like that's
Aw.
the kind of stuff I like. Like think something that somebody thinks of that, how many pictures do we have in a day that just sit there on Facebook or on our phone? So for somebody to take the time to print it off and to put it in a frame, it warms my heart. That was nice. That was sweet. So yeah,
Velda
so that
says
came.
she loves paws.
Pause.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm asking. Paws.
Like a puppy paw?
Paws. Maybe.
PAWS. Well, it's so funny. I'm getting ready to do this with my dog. I'm going to create this paw print ornament
Ah, look at
this
that.
year. Yeah, so I'm excited. We'll see how well it works. She's getting up there, so I want to get it now before anything
Yeah.
happens. So being honest. So there's that. Um, yeah. All right. Let's move
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Let's take a look at our events. You can always, if you're on Facebook, feel free to follow Aortic Hope and put your comments. And you got to play to have a chance to win. So I'll say that. Got to play to have a chance to win. All right. So what's today? 11th. All right. Yeah. Here we go. So we've got our uh, I looks like I am missing a hangout.
Hang out. Yeah.
No. Okay. Uh, you'll probably have that done in the next minute. So we do have a hangout. Aortic Hope's hangout is coming up this
You're
Thursday.
also missing the 17th, the
Well, I
gratuity
didn't put that
ceremony.
up. Uh, I didn't put up the 17th because that was just an internal.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes. So this week on the 14th, Thursday, we have our hangout. So hangouts, you have to fill out the same form you would for a support group meeting, but a hangout isn't like a support group. It's very different. It is truly like the word says. It's an opportunity to just hang out with other individuals just like you and just chat. Now, you might have a serious topic you want to chat about, or you might watch Chef Rob and his wife Mindy cook. Who knows? They're going to be back in town. So maybe they want to whip something up for us. You might just have, what have you guys I've been a part of? Dirty Joke Day. I don't know what you guys do, but it's a lot of fun. It's an opportunity just to hang. It's gone as long as what, 5 hours sometimes, Josh? It just goes. People just pop
Oh, no,
in
no,
and
no, 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 not a couple of hours. No, no, no. No, we're on there like we pride ourselves to be on there until somebody's wife gets home and starts yelling at them for being on the call all day long.
that's
We
hysterical.
had a wonderful new addition. His name
Yeah.
is Steve Freeman Jr. and he
Okay.
was diagnosed with his enlarged aorta maybe 4 months ago. And
Okay.
this is one of those like he signed up but he didn't jump in. He didn't
Yeah.
wanna it was like it's like if I click this link I'm really acknowledging I have it. He wasn't sure
Right.
what was going to be on there.
Yeah.
And he's such a wonderful new addition to the community. We're
That's
talking about
great.
a guy who's in his mid 40s,
Mm-hmm.
and he's done all these things to get his health back under control. And no matter what happened, he just found out that he has an enlarged aorta, and now he's in the watch and
Mm-hmm.
wait situation.
Right.
And he's like, you I can't just like put hate on this, right? So he's named
Yeah,
his aorta Annie,
that's right.
okay? And he just does this thing where he's like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And he destroyed the support group. We were laughing
That's
so hard.
hysterical.
This guy, he is a treasure, and I just, yeah, you wanna make sure things go well the whole way through. And so, we have Melissa as she's on our daytime Tuesday morning person, and
Hmm.
so like she's 13 years out with no surgical intervention, right? So we
Yeah.
have we have we have two sides of this of what's going to happen going forward for him. So he gets to see that 13 years,
Right, right.
maybe no surgical intervention, and on the flip side, he has a wealth of information from people who have already gone through the surgery, and he's seeing the
Hmm.
difference between what an emergency surgery looks like, what a planned surgery looks like, and obviously there's no it's the unknown. That's just what all surgery is. You're leading up to this surgical intervention, and but you can see the anxiety, just kind of like,
Yeah,
okay, so he's got questions. Those questions are getting answered,
right.
and like for those of you that are just finding out about aortic hope, it's crazy to think that this is such a small niche community, and the doctors that are out there don't know everything about everything. And
Hmm.
so you're getting conflicted resources or information. The resources are aged out. The information's not the best, and Dr. Google should at least be sued for malpractice at one point. You would
Exactly.
think,
Exactly.
and
And the
so
other thing too is that this community, it's it's unlike other communities I've been a part of. So, for instance, if you're in the Crohn's and colitis world, it's pretty clear cut and standard. You have people that have one of two different irritable bowel situations going on, and that's pretty much it. And there's your medications, they either work or they don't. And they also have a stereotypical, people think that people with IBD are they're going to be very thin because they can't eat. That's not necessarily true. They could be overweight as well. So that has nothing to do with it. But for the most part, everybody has very similar symptoms. That's it's very cut and dry. And you come into the aortic community, and it's very different because everybody has their bodies just operate differently. They respond to exercise differently, to medications differently, to everything, sleep cycle. Every single thing is just different emotionally. And so you can be in this community and not necessarily find two people being the same. You just really won't. There's going to definitely be differences between everybody. So the hangout really does give you an opportunity. If you're nervous, like, I don't want the pressure of a support group and having to share, then go to a hangout because there's no pressure. It will be a great way for you just to see people like you laughing it up, enjoying their life, having a good time with people. And there's plenty of time to get to the seriousness of a support group meeting within the month, So you have every Thursday, you have that chance to have the hangout, which is great, and
yeah,
just hang out. Yeah.
it's powerful. It's powerful to
Yeah.
go there and just kind of put the condition on pause for sure.
Yep. Exactly. But we do have our caregivers only support group meeting that's coming up soon on the 16th. So again, got to be a caregiver to be part of this support group meeting. Totally different form to fill out, but that's going to be all caregivers. I am going to tell you that the first one, oh no, that's a different one. So caregivers also do sometimes have guests. So we're looking forward to having some guest speakers in 2024 that will be there for the first half of the meeting, but they can show up at any support group meeting at any time. All right, so then we've got another week in review, and pretty much everything's the same till we end up with our support group meeting in the evening on December 27th. We do not have a guest speaker for this event. However, the very first one, the following Tuesday, the first one in January, which our January events will be up soon, it's the first Tuesday of the month at noon Eastern Standard. We will have Dr. Kristen Watson. She's a doctor of pharmacy joining the first half of the support group meeting. So if you have questions about medications, side effects, supplements, stuff like that, this is a great time for you to be part of that closed support group meeting, very intimate feel, and ask some questions that might help you in having these conversations and bridging that gap between yourself and your physician.
Right on.
It's just another way for us to help with advocacy.
We
So
love her. It's so great for her to be
yeah,
there. Yeah.
it's wonderful. All right, so that's our events.
Well done
Okay,
today. Good job.
I know. I got more stuff I want to talk about
Oh,
though,
there's more?
because it captured audience. Listen, the holidays are coming up. This is going, first of all, if you come to our Hope Shops forum, the first thing you're going to see is an opportunity for you to download or grab a hard copy of Aortic Dissection, the patient guide. This makes a phenomenal gift. It really does, because it provides insight, education, support, all of the resources that pretty much exist right now in the community. It's all in this one handy guide. And we are excited to announce some other things pertaining to this guide come January, so you'll have to keep your ears to the ground on that one. But you have an opportunity to sign up for this, and more importantly, discuss this with your physician, your cardiologist, your surgeons, vascular or thoracic, because they can grab a box of books for free. We'll be more than happy to send them a box so that they can start the distribution to their patients and caregivers as well. First thing on here that you can get as a gift. Second thing, our help belts. So our help belts are expanding. We are now, so what we have, this is pretty cool. So they come in black, they come in yellow, and they come in red. They Velcro to your seatbelt strap. Doesn't matter what side, doesn't matter if you're in the front or you're in the back. And the other thing is it can go into a backpack. It can go onto your bike. There's onto a dog leash. There's many different places you can put this if you find that you're in a different circumstance more often and you want a first responder to be able to recognize you. So they're going to recognize that that symbol right there. And inside of this, that straps around, is an emergency card with your, in case of emergency contact, any allergies you might have, etc., doctor's information, condition information, but you have your choice of picking the saying that goes on here. So for instance, this one says thoracic aortic aneurysm. You can choose that, abdominal aortic aneurysm, aortic dissection, Marfan syndrome, Loeys-Dietz syndrome, vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, general medical alert. So anybody with any recurring medical condition or potentially life-threatening condition like diabetes, you can have that in there as well. We are adding blood thinners and pacemakers to this list of offerings. So that is coming out, probably will be out very soon. And you'll have an opportunity now to have, 6 or 7 different sayings amongst 3 different colors. Easy to wash, just take a wet sponge with some soapy water. They clean right up, very comfortable. They're not bulky. This makes a great gift. Pair it with a aortic disease awareness magnet. It's extra gift. It's all about the car, all about the fridge. Put the magnet wherever. It's a great way to start a conversation about aortic disease. And then again, you can go to our spread shop, our shop. Here's some of the things that we have in our shop, which is actually right over here. We've got our football logos are up right now. We were just talking about loving the fall season and all different types of items. We also have our standard iconic logo, which is just the heart. We have our regular logo that has the words, water bottles, mugs, totes, baseball looking shirts. We also have, I think our baseball logo is off right now, but look at this. We even have a Santa hat. We have our winter knit caps are up here as well. Short sleeve shirts. Love this camper mug, die cut stickers. There's so much stuff on here. Check it out. Couple pages, multiple sizes, multiple colors. There's usually always some kind of sale going on. You just click the top to redeem it. But these make great gifts. So we're running out of time. If you're looking to make sure that you have it in time for Christmas, you really need to order in the next day or two. So check that out. I think that's all now.
Let's go really quickly back to the support groups. We talked about the help belts for the new people that haven't been involved.
Yeah.
And you get to see them go, oh, that would be wonderful. And I was like, well, keep in mind, Lawrence Hope, we have a thing going with them. And a bunch of people were showing their jewelry out. And especially great, John Brenny pulled out his, he keeps his on a dog tag. He just pulled his out. He's like, I wear this everywhere. I do everything I can with it. And I was like, that is what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, and I think that's in resources. Yeah.
They were so happy to see that is a thing. And also, if the printout that you have is in there isn't going to be helpful, feel free to print your own, fold it up, and smash it in there. For
exactly.
Sure. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Yep. All right. That's all I got. That is it. Got to now start thinking about all the questions that are popping up this week on our Facebook page, but. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click subscribe. We talked about this. Click that bell so you're notified every time we go live. Thank you, Velda, for joining us today. Appreciate it. Love your participation. And yeah, we'll see you here same time next week, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And have a wonderful rest of your week and safe weekend. Thanks again so much. Bye bye.